Hi everyone, today is 5th of June 2002. I have day off, so I can make this video not worrying about time, because usually in working days when I do some quick summaries of headlines, I had to think about time that it will take to make this video, then upload it. You know, and today, you know, I don't have to worry about that. I am Levan Gudadze, if you don't know yet. If you're new on this channel, I am Levan Gudadze, a former journalist, and I live in Russia, near Moscow. And yeah, I did start this channel to practice some English. At the same time, of course, I hope that this content will be interesting for viewers, and if it's so, then we can have some exchange of opinions. And yeah, today I'm not gonna give you some summary of the news, because after huge victory of Russian and Allied forces in Lugansk People's Republic, which was entirely liberated from Zelensky's Nazi regime, next few days probably will be used to prepare positions for next phase of military operations, and that's probably gonna be liberation of Donetsk People's Republic. And there, Zelensky's regime has some strong positions in Kramatorsk, in city of Kramatorsk and surrounding areas, in Slavyansk. So it will definitely take some time to prepare forces for liberating these territories. Probably in a few weeks' time, entire Donbass region will be free, and then we're gonna see next phase of special military operation, which is gonna be liberation of, in my understanding, which is gonna be liberation of entire east and south parts of Ukraine, from Kharkov to Odessa, and Russia will gain land bridge to Prидnestrovia too. I'm quite sure about that. Pridnestrovia, as you know, is a breakaway region from Moldova, that bordering Ukraine, and now are landlocked between Moldova and Ukraine. So in this video, I'm gonna give you my opinion about what's gonna be next. And as I already said, Donbass region will be liberated in a few weeks' time, but if Zelensky's regime don't stop and don't lay down arms, then we're gonna see next phase of entire military operation, and that will definitely uh, uh, that will definitely how you say it in English, man. And as a result, entire south and eastern parts of Ukraine will be come under Russian control, direct or indirect. Um, so as I understand, Western powers are now in quite a troubling position because it looks like they're gonna capitulate on Russian terms in Ukraine, because everyone understands that decisions are made by Western powers, particularly in Washington and London. So they have two ways for now. First is to capitulate now and to give orders to Zelensky that he has to he and his forces had to lay down arms right now, or Western powers may prolong this conflict and capitulate a little bit later. Let's say in in few or in 2 or 3 months time, on much worse conditions. Uh, uh, because as I said, if this conflict will continue, eventually from Kharkiv to Odessa, entire territories of southeast will come under Russian control. This is inevitable. I mean, you don't have to be a military expert to understand this. So, you now you and this time is quite dangerous because of exactly what I just said. Because in West, in Washington and London, they probably really do understand. They may don't say it openly, but they probably understand that war is over. They lost. They lost, and it's and this is gonna be this will gonna have huge consequences, because entire world is seeing that West is no longer no longer main power in the world. You know, they still dominate over the world, but most parts of the world. But people in Latin America, in Africa, even in Europe or in Asia, everyone sees, man, that West is a paper tiger. Western world is a paper tiger, man, and center of and how you say that, I mean, centers of power is shifting from west to east, and so this realization will may provoke Western leaders to do some even more crazy stuff that they did with Ukraine, pushing Zelensky's regime to provoke Russia. They may try to open so-called second front against Russia, and by doing regime change in Georgia, for example. This is South Caucasus region. There is some developments in that republic, and U.S. ambassador some crazy bitch is openly supporting. Let you know it may said that this bitch is openly supporting regime change, man, in Georgia. I mean, she almost. I mean, she is like opposition party's leader there. You know, it's unheard of, man. When ambassadors so openly are engaged in domestic politics, man. But that's what in Georgia is happening. So if they succeed in that area and put in power these crazy animals that like Saakashvili and his uh, his group of criminals, they are extremely Russophobic, man. They may really do some crazy stuff, man, including provocations against Russia, military provocations. Uh, they are difficult situation in Armenia too. And Georgia and Armenia are neighbors. So US may do US and Britain may try to they may even try to provoke conflict between Georgia and Armenia. And this way, like, redirect Russian attention from, at least partly, from Ukraine to South Caucasus region, because it's bordering Russia, and Russia obviously Russia's interests obviously are to keep peace there, because Russia don't want any kind of uh, problems in its south borders. But not just that. Western leaders may try to do some regime change or operations in former Soviet republics of Middle Asia, as we say, like Uzbekistan, Kyrgyzstan, Tajikistan, Turkmenistan, or Kazakhstan. In Uzbekistan, there is right now is going on some disturbances in one of regions of that republic. So because because of what happening in Ukraine, and because of realization that West is really losing big time, Western leaders may do, in desperation, they may do some crazy stuff, man. I mean, they are sick motherfuckers, man, and they can provoke wars, even in Middle East, between Iran and Saudis, or Iran and Israel. And if that happened, this is, I mean, you can imagine that if that happened, Persian Gulf will be blocked from shipping, and then you have a worldwide crisis, not just economical crisis, but catastrophe worldwide, because Gulf states mainly export the oil and gas through Persian Gulf, and and if any war in that region, shipping gonna stop, and that means deficit of energy on the world market, like world did not see. So you can imagine oil prices may go as high as, I don't know, $300 or $400, man. That's gonna be crazy. So anyhow, as I understand, West is already lost, and they will capitulate on terms of Russia, because only one option they have left is to negotiate with Russia. So this capitulation of West will don't look too badly. So West can kind of save face, that's possible. They may like do some regime change in Washington, may provoke regime change in Ukraine, for example, and bring to power people that will stop this war. And this way, West may say that, what, we try, we help Ukraine, but they lost because of this regime change and stuff, and we don't have anything to do with it, like. But anyhow, world is seeing, man, what is going on, and power is shifting from west to east, man. This is, absolutely obvious. So closer to end of the year, probably we will have a new geopolitical reality in which West is no longer seen as a only power in the world or main power in the world. So that's what I want. That's what I want to articulate in this video, because if Washington and London, and I'm talking about particularly in Washington and London because decisions are made there. In continental Europe, Berlin and Paris, or Madrid or Rome, they acting like they are puppets of London and Washington, and they doing some stuff that goes against interests of their own countries and citizens. So it's hard to think that these people are really independent. They are puppets of Washington and London, and citizens of continental states of continental Europe gonna pay price for it. Gonna pay price for it fairly soon, because in autumn they're gonna end up in a situation when not just inflation will go over the roof, but there will be a crisis, an energy crisis. So in autumn or in winter, how they gonna survive, man? How they gonna keep economies going, particularly in industrial parts, because they need Russian gas, man. They need Russian energy, and they have no alternative, really, man. Now we have a situation when it's probably no human being in good mind or in straight mind gonna oppose the idea that Western leaders over exaggerate their power and almost entirely ignore the Russian instruments or Russian power, Russian interests and opportunities to defend itself. And this is gonna be costly for Western world, man. So let's wait and see. Let's wait and see. For now, it definitely looks like they will capitulate on terms of Russia. Maybe in few weeks' time, or maybe in a few months' time, but they will capitulate. Otherwise, they're gonna end up losing even more, because if this confrontation continues, economies of Western world gonna be destroyed. This is it. We can say that after centuries of domination of the Western world, after centuries of Western domination, time is changing, and same West more increasingly looks like a paper tiger and losing its grip on this world, man. And this is good, man. This is gonna be good for rest of us who are don't see we who are not part of the West. It's gonna be good for us because almost all troubles in this world are provoked by West. That's how I see it. Almost all troubles in this world are provoked by West and Western elites. So fuck him all, man. Fuck him all. This is it for now. From tomorrow, I will continue to do some summaries of the news if there will be any big developments. But for now, bye bye. Take care.